Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 20 of the April daily draws. So as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Celtic Spirit Oracles. Let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Three of Wands. We're certainly getting a lot of Wands cards with that creative, fiery energy that we were entering into this month. And this is the Three of Wands. This is looking out to what next. This is planning ahead. This is also looking and waiting for the results of what we've done. It's the expectation of new growth. It's about growth to me. It's about creativity, growth through creativity. And we're looking into the distance as well. When we get the certain results back, what we're going to do with those results, what we're going to do next, how we're going to expand our horizons, how we're going to branch out further. And we're looking out into the distance. What do we want to achieve further down the line? What is it that we want and expect and anticipate to be doing further down this pathway? We've got certain growth here where we're stood. Where do we want to go from here after the growth we're experiencing? What's next for us? Where's the growth going to take us? So we're anticipating, we're looking to the next thing. So even when we start to get results, that's to be celebrated. Of course it is. But we're not to sit down and just say, right, I've achieved something and that's it. No, we're to look beyond the first achievements, we're not to despise the small achievements. Again, going back a few days, out of little acorns, big oak trees grow. We've had that oak. We've had the oak card coming out a couple of times. We even had the oak guardian. We're on the threshold of new growth. But when we get that growth, that first fruits of the growth that we're expecting, that's not, yes, we can pause and stand and celebrate, but we still got a bit further to go. It's not the end of the line. We're not done, and we're looking out as to what's next. We're not also by looking into the distance and into this almost never-ending sort of path. We're not limiting ourselves to just the small results that we feel we can achieve now. No, we're looking beyond that and expecting more than that. So we're not limiting ourselves to a small return. Yes, we welcome any kind of return we get on our endeavors, but we look beyond it, because that's where the real growth comes, by constantly looking for the next step. Where is it? We're not done yet. Look, we've got the first fruits. Look, the shoot's growing, but it's still got some way to go. But we're looking expectantly, even as we're waiting perhaps for this growth to continue now. We're looking for what goes beyond that. When we achieve this goal that we maybe we're moving towards a goal that we're achieving. But once we achieve that goal, what's the next goal we're going to aim for? Each goal is a stepping stone to something else. And we're looking beyond that. We're expanding our horizons. We're taking off the chains of limitation. We're moving forward. That's what we're doing. That's what we're expanding. We're growing. And we're looking forward to what comes next. That's what this card to me represents with the Three of Wands. And we're making the most of what we're doing now. We're making most of the opportunity, And then when we start to get results, we start to see difference coming into our lives, then we take that and build upon it even further by going beyond that. And that's what I feel that this card is saying to us, that yes, we can aim for a goal and achieve it, but that doesn't mean that once we've achieved that goal, that's it, we're done. No, that goal is a stepping stone to future goals, to future endeavors further down the line. And what's our ultimate dream? What's our long-term dream? We may have goals and things that we need to achieve for the now, for the now moment of our lives. But what do we aspire to be and to have further down our life journey path? What is it that we're ultimately aiming for? That this is just to get us through the now moment and to help us grow in the now. But what do we want further down the line? We should be thinking about that and having these aspirations for what comes next. And that gives us a purpose. That gives us a sense of something to aim for, something to aspire to. And that gives us a sense of purpose in our lives that we all need. So that's what I feel this card is saying to us. So let's see which Oracle card. Step out. I like how we've got the tree again. The big tree that's growing strong. Hidden, courage, camouflage, but it says step out. And that, to me, falls back to when we had the Sun card. Now's the time to step out. Now's the time not to be hidden. Now's the time not to camouflage ourselves, to try and make ourselves invisible. Now's the time to step out and look to the next stage in our lives. It's funny that both of these cards have someone standing next to a tree. And the idea is to come out from that tree and go out and walk this path, get out into the open. There's no trees here on the pathway. He's hidden a bit here, same as this person can hide behind this tree. There's no hiding along this path. It's time to step out from hiding and move forward into the growth that we need. And I believe that's the overarching message of the cards today. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 21. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.